How do we know that there'll always be prayer in school?
He's a little.
Is the teacher?
What? Because there are tests.
Is this pop quiz?
What? I don't get it. It's too little.
You don't get it?
No.
There will always be prayer in school because there are tests.
Riddle?
I don't get it.
I get it. I don't get it.
Is that just knowledge or is that a riddle?
That's a riddle. You didn't get it.
I don't get it. Is it like Joseph Testament or something?
No, I don't get it.
So if people aren't prepared for tests, what do they do?
Oh.
Oh.
I still
Right.
don't get it.
That doesn't really sound like a joke, but it makes sense.
You never pray before your test?
Yes.
No.
I prayed
Well, you should.
before-
You should pray before everything.
Yeah,
So take out a sheet of paper.
It just doesn't sound like.
Take out a sheet of paper. Or grab a sheet of
Oh, it's
paper.
pop quiz.
It just doesn't sound like riddle, it sounds like fact. Maybe you should give me more.
Write down the Ten Commandments in order.
What?
Write down the Ten Commandments in order.
Let me just.
Without looking.
What?
I don't remember.
I know one commandment, but I don't know which one it is.
I know like some of them, but I don't remember the stuff.
Write it down. You got none?
I know them, but
Well,
it's
then
just-
write them down.
I don't remember their order.
Well, just write them down.
Okay.
We'll figure out the order. Got them all?
Nope.
How many you got? How many's got
Four.
more than 5?
I know more than 5, absolutely right.
Give me one that you have. Andrew.
Love your God.
Love what?
Your God.
Of God? That's gonna paraphrase. What is it? The first commandment says what?
Treat others as you love you.
That's the golden rule. That's not the first commandment.
I am your one and only God. You shall have no other gods before me.
Okay? Give me one you have.
Love thy neighbor how you love thyself.
That's one of the two greatest commandments, but it's not one of the 10 commandments. The 10 commandments are based on that principle, so if you follow the 10 commandments, you'd be doing the greatest commandments.
Don't commit adultery.
Don't commit adultery. You know what number that one is?
Not exactly.
Anybody know what number that one is? 6? How many think it's 6? We got 2 that think it's 6. Some of you think it's a different number?
Yeah. But I don't remember.
Avery?
Thou shalt not kill.
Lily?
I don't remember exactly what it says, but I'm pretty sure there's something about the neighbors. Like when.
Something about your neighbor. What about your neighbor?
Um,
Somebody have something about your neighbor? Lucy?
You shall not bear false witness against me.
What's that mean?
Like, lie.
Don't lie. Something else about your neighbor?
You shall not covet your neighbor's goods.
What's that mean?
Don't steal them.
Don't steal.
You shall not speak vain of God.
Don't take the Lord's name in vain. What's that mean? Mr. Hill's given this lecture before.
Don't speak ill about God's name.
Well, that's one, don't use it as a negative thing, but some of us take the Lord's name in vain because of a habit pattern we have.
Mm-hmm.
Even the OMG
Mm-hmm.
people put, that's really, a lot of people are taking the Lord's name in vain. Cause that's what the G stands for. When we know the Jewish people, what? What was their name for God?
Abba.
No, that's what Jesus came and called, and that's why Jesus was, he kind of freaked them all out. How can you call God Abba? Because Abba means what?
Father.
No, more like what? Father's kind of formal. How about you say, I'm home from school, Father? Is that what you guys say?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even say that.
My dad's usually
I
sleeping.
Honestly,
My dad's usually sleeping, so I don't
Okay.
bother him.
Honestly, that's my dad.
Most of us aren't that formal. We usually say dad or daddy.
No.
That's for
No.
little ones.
At least my kids did. That's what I did to my dad. So, but the Jewish people didn't even have a name for God. You weren't even supposed to say.
Oh, that explains
Okay?
it.
Jehovah.
Moses, when he said, when God appeared to Moses in the burning bush, and he told him, I want you to do what? What did he tell Moses to do? I want you to go to Egypt, and I want you to free my people. You know what's the first thing Moses asked him?
What should
Who
I
are
call
you?
What am I supposed to tell him for who told me this? What did Moses say? Or what did God tell Moses?
I am.
I am who I am. Basically saying God was, is, and always will be. So his name is so sacred. And we kind of use it sometimes as an exclamation in a normal conversation. The only time we should be referring to God as God is if what? We're praying to him, or we're referring to him. So we shouldn't use it ever as an exclamation. So if you have that bad habit, and you don't think it's a big deal, it's a big deal. So what you should do is you should pray to God and ask him what? Help me break this habit. Whatever it takes. What else? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't what? Don't hold a grudge. Is that in there? That's a good rule. I don't think it's one of the 10.
Something about keeping God's holy day.
Honor the Sabbath. Keep holy the Sabbath. What else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 to go. We got them in order? No, we don't.
Respect your parents.
Honor your father and mother. Two to go. Let's go page 373. We missed the 2 covenant ones. What's it mean to covet?
We got, don't covet your neighbor's goods. There's no commandment. Just stealing is taken. One.
So if I want to lose weight, is that coveting?
Yeah. No.
What's covet mean?
Taking or stealing or something.
It's to desire or want something wrongly, okay? To desire wrongly. So if I'm saying I want to covet my neighbor's goods, what is that? Somebody wanted to, we're kind of on that track. What's that called? If you want what somebody else has. Could be jealousy. Okay? Could be jealousy. What else could it be? Now let's see. Could be envy. Okay? So they're kind of all tied in there. coveting my neighbor's wife, that kind of deals with, lusting. Lust is uncontrolled sexual desire. So you can say, well, I don't covet my neighbor's wife, but if you make a physical object out of a person for your own pleasure, whether that be, oh, look at that guy without a shirt on, look at those abs, look at those muscles, or look at that girl in the bikini that there's more cotton in an aspirin bottle than in the bikini. That was a joke, you get it?
No.
You know how much, have you ever opened an aspirin bottle?
Oh, yeah, they
No.
told us or something?
The aspirin bottle, you open the very top, it has what? That little piece of cotton stuffed in there, so the pills what? Don't shake all over the place. So it's just a tiny little piece of cotton. Why did God give us 10 commandments? These are already inscribed in your heart. It's called the natural moral law. Natural moral law, that was what you read about, right? That means God already put them in your heart. So somebody that doesn't even know God, they know that killing is what? That's bad. Okay? Lying to somebody is what? Bad. These are natural moral laws God put into everybody. But we know, and that natural moral law is lived out because each of us is given a what? You said this too, right? We're given a what? We're given a conscience, which tells us, you know, this is wrong, this is right. But because of Adam and Eve's sin, what? This gets clouded over. How many broke one of these yesterday?
Wait, what's that? What's the second to last one?
I didn't follow
Honor the Sabbath day.
It's the
At a
Lord.
minimum, as Catholics, we were supposed to what?
Honor the Lord's day.
Supposed to go to Mass on Sunday or Saturday evening. At a minimum, that's the minimum. But that could mean more than just that. Okay. What is the whole purpose about laws in the first place? Why do we have them?
To obey.
See, you notice all these words, this is what some people have a problem with. They're all what?
Don't. But then
Oh, negative things. So they say, so the world tells you, just like Satan tricked Eve, because God told her, what? Don't eat from this tree. And what did Satan trick her saying? Did he really say don't? Is that really what he meant? He's just saying that, okay? Why do we have laws?
So
Give me a rule. How many can think of a dumb rule? Maddie, what's a dumb rule?
My parents won't let me go on electronics during the week.
No electronics during the week. That's a dumb rule to Maddie. Okay, well, who else has a dumb rule to you?
My parents won't let me stay out in my room for more than 2 hours by myself.
Who else has a dumb rule? It doesn't have to be one that you have, one that you know about. So you think all the rules we have at school here are good? No dumb rules here at school?
Well, look, where's
Wow.
the honor pledge system?
This one's mandatory, but we need to wear masks.
Think that's a dumb rule?
Yeah, I wish we could just like wear face shields, but then it doesn't do anything, but.
Having to social distance.
Social distance a dumb rule?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's a dumb rule?
Because you don't get to talk to any friends at the end of the day.
Thou shalt not have snowball fights.
Can't have snowball fights. So, okay, what are some of the reasonings behind these rules?
To keep us safe.
So for safety
Yeah.
or protection, okay?
So like,
So that's one reason for rules, right?
so like we don't keep talking or.
What about Maddie's rules? Is it no electronics during the school week? Is that keeping her safe?
No.
That's just really fun.
No, it's just,
This is actually dumb.
yeah.
That's just a dumb rule.
Yeah, it's just dumb.
I would suppose, I have a few friends who also have the same rule. They say it's because their parents don't want them to procrastinate on their homework, which I have quite a problem with.
So what's another purpose then? What's that purpose then?
To
For
keep you
learning.
good
To
grades.
keep you in line and
There's homework time.
Rules are for learning,
Yes.
to help you learn. Okay, what else are the rules for? That's the only reason? So for your protection and for learning? What if I walked out of the room and said, you guys do what you want?
You could lose your job.
Okay?
I would like that.
Can you do that?
What would happen?
I would find a lot.
We'd leave.
Um,
Some might leave. What else might happen?
You could like talk and not wear masks.
Okay?
I wouldn't be going.
I'm pretty sure I have two.
So rules are for order. To maintain order. Right? What else are rules for? Let me ask you this question. How many think God has reasonable requests?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
God's got reasonable requests, so you don't, Christian? You don't think he does? Okay. You don't think he does? Okay. Who does? People?
Oh yeah.
Those 10.
I don't
Yours
know.
is up?
These.
Yours up?
Aside from like 7.
The Sabbath is just.
Everybody
going to
thinks
church
his,
on Sunday.
he has reasonable requests,
Sabbath is just going to church.
except for,
Yeah, I don't
why don't
think
you
it's
think he
good.
does?
Well-
But sometimes I'm like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, Thursday night. Yeah, I'm not Subway Thursday. That makes sense.
there's one that I think is a little unreasonable.
We could read the scripture. What am I supposed to do with my enemies? I'm supposed to love my enemies. If somebody hits me on this cheek, I'm supposed to what? Here, hit me on this one. What do you ask his son to do? If your mom and dad asked you to do that, would you think it's reasonable?
Yes.
Wait, well,
Well,
depends
no.
on the reason. But if someone told me I had
For,
to be killed, say
what
my
was the
mom,
question we said?
Snapping your hands into a tree.
Whether we think God's requests are
Oh,
reasonable.
yeah, because wouldn't he never give us something that we couldn't handle or do?
Oh, yeah, that is definitely reasonable.
Oh, yeah.
Killing yourself on a tree.
That's our theme this year, what?
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
I think another rule, another reason for rules is, of course, this, discipline and practice. Especially dumb rules. What are you practicing for?
Life.
You know what dumb rules are for? They're for practice.
So you can practice.
There's reasons behind your parents' rules.
To make them.
Okay? The question we always need to ask ourselves is the person that made this, do they love me?
No. No.
You might think, well, this rule, no, they don't love me because they made this rule. This rule doesn't make sense to me. But if we really went deep down, we would know that even some of our rules our parents make on us that we don't like, none of us probably doubt that our parents love us. So the question becomes, part of that is, and I ask this question to my kids lots of times because a lot of my rules my kids thought were what? They thought were dumb. And some rules I purposely made dumb.
Really?
So they would get practice.
For making more.
Because if they could follow those dumb rules,
Then they can be born.
okay, then when God really asks something from them that was very important, they've already had what? They've already had all this practice following the rules.
Can you say you can practice following the rules?
Because you're going to be asked to do stuff way beyond your ability. So part of it is God is showing you. And the same question God asks us, can you trust me?
Yes.
We didn't get through the chapter review, so we're going to do it real quick. Ready? We got 30 seconds to write these answers because we're having a test next on Thursday.
What?
Wait, what?
Ready? So finish the chapter. Here's the answers. Ready?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Ready?
Oh wait, this is a dumb rule.
Wait, what?
Is this a test?
There is a test on Thursday, yeah.
No, I mean, no.
Okay? Here's the answers to the questions on the review. So, number 1 is A. Number 2 is C. Number 3 is D. That's a dumb question. Number 4 is D. Number 5 is D. Number 6 is D.
Whoa.
I
Okay.
see a pattern.
Number 7 is true. Number 8 is true.
I see a pattern.
Number 9 is false
Like everything.
because it's manifest. The question says God's revealed law is manifested only in the 10 Commandments. Well, it's manifested in all His laws, and it's also perfectly manifested in who? Jesus. Okay?
Yay.
And number 10 is false because it says at Jesus' birth, God the Father made the new covenant through the gift of Jesus' humanity.
What? I didn't even know what you said.
Okay? So number 10 says, at Jesus' birth, God the Father made the new covenant through the gift of Jesus' humanity. That's false because God made the new covenant when Jesus offered up His what? Life. And that began when? The Last Supper, when Jesus said what? This is my body, this is my blood. Okay? So,
Is this
test
all?
on Thursday.
Wait, this is all.
Finish reading the chapter, test on Thursday.
Okay.
Well, at least we don't have to do a review.
Don't come without looking at your stuff on,
I hope this is right and you're not lying to us.
page is on page 85.
If he lied, he would be breaking a commandment.
Mr. Hale,
So he's probably gonna
if I don't get 100% on this test, you will lie.
No, this is a review. He's just telling us the answers to the review, so we can.
Quiz.
Awesome. No, for the review.
What's awesome?
Oh, we gave you the answers for the quiz, so
No,
you just
for
have
the
to study
review.
and know what they are?
No,
Well, I gave you the answers to the review.
I keep saying that, and nobody's
We're having a
listening.
test on
I didn't say
Thursday.
that.
Well,
Good- good listening.
review is I kept saying that it's for the review, not the
Is
actual.
the review, hold on,
Having it really.
we're not even doing a review.
Yeah, we don't have to do the review, we just have to get
He
ready.
just gave us the answer so we can review it.
We just,
And we are going to leave Minnesota during the school year. So he told Ava, and then Ava told Mia, and then now it's a big Pride Fest. So she's in the office right now. She might have a hard time today, or sometimes in the future. So just to let you know,